In today's video, we're taking a look at how to cook salmon in the oven, easy and simple. This is so easy, anyone could do. Everything that we use on the video, we're gonna leave a link on the description. So you woke up today with the feeling that you wanna be on the sea, or at least taste the sea. Don't worry, we're not gonna show you how to DIY a salty water solution, but we're always open to new video suggestions. So if you have any, place them in the comment section below. Today we're gonna show how we cook and get flaky, delicious, juicy salmon right in the oven. And we do prefer this method over a pan and skillet. It makes the cooking process a lot easier, the cleanup as well, and you can replicate it easily every time. So the first thing that we're gonna need is salmon. Either an entire piece like this one, or fillet, or pre-cut pieces, or even thawed out frozen one. No matter which one you choose, it's gonna come out great. Just remember that the fresher, the better. So now that you have your fish that we know that you caught barehanded swimming in the ocean on your daily stroll, we're ready to season the salmon. And before you start, always remember that the salmon is dead. If it's not, we'll give you a couple of seconds to get it done. The second thing that you want to make sure is that all the pin bones are removed, because the last thing you want is to eat the best salmon you ever ate and then die. If you want to remove the skin, this would also be a time to do so. In our case, we like the skin on. And the first ingredient that we're going to use is salt, preferably kosher salt. For this size salmon, with 1 tablespoon or about 17 grams should be enough. But remember, you can always salt to taste. Our next ingredient is black pepper. For this amount, we're using 1 tablespoon of black pepper, or about 7 grams. And remember, you do this to taste. And the golden rule from the ancient scriptures is you always want to be under seasoned than over seasoned, because once you put too much salt, you can't go back. But if you're missing any, you can always give it a dash at the end. Now that you showed your seasoning skills, we're ready to let it rest so the salt can penetrate the fish and give it that nice taste when cooked. So we want to place it on the refrigerator for a minimum of 1 hour up to 4 hours. But you can always do this the day before as well. Remember, you are the king, queen, both or none of your castle. And don't be scared to defend it. We'll always be here to help you. So if you call us and you get the answering machine, leave a message. Now that our beast is fully seasoned and you're gonna even see a change of color on the meat, we're ready for the optional step. And that is, you could throw a few dashes or sprinkles or squeezes of orange juice plus a few drops of honey, or in our case, we're using blue agave nectar, and we're gonna take a brush and make sure that we get every nook and cranny of the top. And that's about 42 grams. Now that we've taken this fish to the spa and it's been more pampered than what we ever had, we're ready to place our oven at 250 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 121 Celsius, or a maximum of 275 Fahrenheit, which is 135 Celsius, to heat up. Meanwhile, the oven gets hot just like our body, and you can pat yourself on the back, because if you're watching this channel, that means that you're beautiful just as you are. Let's get our baking tray ready. In this case, we're gonna use a baking tray with a rack, and that's gonna let the heat go all around that salmon's body. And not only we do that to get a tip later on, but it provides a more even cook. And to prevent any sticking, we're gonna use a piece of parchment paper. As you can see, this one is trying to fight to get off the boat, but don't worry, we have it under control. We showed it who's the boss. Now that our oven came to temperature, Before we place the salmon in, we're gonna change the oven settings to broil, and we're gonna place that in the highest setting. In our case is 500 degrees Fahrenheit or about 260 Celsius. So that means the salmon is gonna receive the heat from the top. And we're gonna place the salmon in for 10 minutes. Halfway through the cooking, we're gonna move it around to the other side to get an even cook. Once we hit our mark, then we're gonna bring back the oven setting to bake, and we're gonna place that at a minimum of 250 degrees Fahrenheit or 275 at a maximum Fahrenheit. And that is a minimum of 121 Celsius to a maximum of 135 Celsius. And we're gonna do that for 10 more minutes, or until it hit an internal temperature of 145 degrees Fahrenheit or 62.7 Celsius. Once our time is done, or we reach the internal temperature desired, we can remove the salmon from the oven. The closer you get it to 145 degrees Fahrenheit or 62.7 Celsius, the juicier it's gonna be. But if you go a little bit over, it's still gonna be great. Now we let it rest for a few minutes, and now you can stand tall at your sailing station because you conquered the sea. You have taken your cooking level to higher ground. Don't forget, if you liked the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either someone in the StatUpBox team or someone in the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.